So, hello everybody. We are here on day 4. Alice is swimming over there in the swimming pool, and I'm just taking it easy before I head to the pool. And there is the ocean right there. You can see the ocean and the blue sky up there. This is nice. This is nice. When you're in a place like this, you almost feel like if you could stop the time, right? If you could stop the time. But there are ways to relive them. One is to capture them through these videos, and another is to really use all your senses, right? When you smell the smell, it's like the smell of the ocean, and that can come only when you're there. Some of the things we can do, like when you watch a video, when you see the ocean in a video, you see it, but you can hear the sound. But when it comes to the smell, which really does connect the conscious and the subconscious mind, that happens from being there, right? So this is what I'm doing. And some of you might say that, oh, why is she capturing that if she's there? But these are just parts of it, right? It works as my own reminder, and also hopefully that reminds you to do that too. Because when we submerge ourselves with the air around us, with the sunlight, the little bit of heat that is coming, you feel that, and it's amazing. It is amazing. Last year, Alice and Alice is my daughter, 9 years old daughter. If you have been here on the channel for a while, you already know she and we take the trips. But this has been the longer trip, so it's 6 nights, and also it's in a resort here in Florida. Whereas we had to fly here, and the other ones we were actually driving just 2 to 3 hours from where we live. So this is a little different. Also, I don't know, in some way it is a defining moment. It's really the start of the next chapter, because a couple of years ago we took a trip, 3 of us, her dad, me, and I. Her dad, me, and I mean her dad, Alice, and I. And I don't know. Things are different now than at that time. So in the beginning, I know that Alice was having a little hard time, and I think here and there she also still feels a little bit of memory of that. And I would be honest, I do too. But it's not about going back to the past, not wanting to what I already let go. It is about being present, and also a hope for the future, like what our future could be, right? Because life is short, my friend. Life is short. Live the life to the fullest as much as you can. And sometimes these experiences that really works as a good reminder for we ourselves. When we talk about this to others, as like I talk to you, this also helps me to remind myself to live for the present, live for the future, and what is gone, let it go with peace, let it go with gratitude, because that is when you'd be able to create a fulfilling future, and you'd enjoy the present moment. Because as hard as it could be, the past is in the past, right? The past is in the past. No matter what you do, past is not going to come back. And if some doors have closed, just you have to think that it was closed for a reason. It was closed for your better future. You might not be able to see the light yet, but when you keep going, eventually it's going to show up. Eventually it's going to show up. If you see my videos from last year, even around this time, it was very challenging. Today is July. When you're on vacation, you kind of lose the track, right? So we came here on 12th. So 12th was on Saturday, and today's Tuesday, so 13, 14, 15. So today's July 15th. So July 15th of last year, oh my God, I had no idea where life was heading. But if I see how much I have grown from last year to now, it's a lot of growth. And that happened because, I kept walking towards the light. I knew the light was there. I just didn't know how far I have to walk. And I have seen the light so bright. That light that is always there, and I'm grateful for it. So it was funny because today Alice and I, when we were having the breakfast, and that was like a funny one, I actually made a video about that with her. So she wanted to play with iPad inside the house, like the hotel room, and I kept telling her, let's go eat breakfast. She just wanted to go get some gelato because yesterday we had a gelato breakfast. So I said, let's go. They might have pancake or something. Then eventually I had to like really push to go there. And we went, and she loved her pancake. So that's with the kids. It's like I guess it happens with us too now that when I'm talking about it, like she wants to cling on to what she likes. I guess it's that fear of unknown, right? It happens with us too, but I guess with kids it's like a little bit different. She wanted to play with the iPad. She didn't want to go with the breakfast, but when she went there, she really enjoyed it, right? It was like a Mickey Mouse shaped pancake, and she loved it. But it was a thing for me to take her there. And then there's this riverboat we want to do later. Well, I want to do later in the day. So we have to go a little further for that and do the boat. But she just doesn't want to do that. She wants to stay in the pool all day, which we did yesterday. And I'm like, we can go to the pool anytime when we are in Virginia. And here we have come, let's do other things. But she doesn't want to because she likes the pool. It's like I guess it's even with the kids, right? The staying in the familiar, and especially when you find some good in it, you want to stay in that. I mean, there could be a lot of better things in the unknown, but as we are afraid of the unknown, older people, I guess kids are too in some way. They don't want to find that unknown, right? But sometimes we got to challenge ourselves because unknown can be wonderful. If you have seen some of my other videos, you'd know I talk about that. Unknown can be wonderful. All the new wonderful things you want to find, is it in the unknown? Because the life that you have already lived, there are some good in it, but you already know what good are in there. To find new way of something, or to the same thing, if you want to look at it in a new way, you have to try new things, right? Because who said that? I think Einstein said it, that like when you do the same things and expect new, it's like the definition of insanity or something. So in some way, to find new experience, you have to do something new. And that's what I try to do too, as part of the travel. And travel is like what fills my soul. So literally we have to know what is the food for our soul, not only our mind, not only our body, what is the food for the soul. And that is what is going to fill your bucket, fill your cup to the brim, right? So that's what you need to do sometimes. So anyway, I just wanted to do this chat with you guys here, because and to me, trust me, it's hard to explain. I worked in a corporate for 21 years, so I know like how work can feel like, and how when you think about connecting your work life with your personal life, when they say the like work-life integration, I mean, this is beyond that, like literally your passion meeting what you enjoy, right? So for me to make these videos, it doesn't even feel like, I don't know, I'm working. It's not even work, because it's just, this is what fills my cup. This is what fills my cup. So sometimes it takes us a long time, a lot of bumps and bruises. And when I say bumps and bruises, not physical bumps and bruises, but emotional pain and bumps and whatnot. In a few months, it'll be almost 2 years when I lost my job and the marriage at the same time, in the same month. So sometimes it takes that. Sometimes it takes a lot of losing to find out what really fills our cup. And then your passion meets your purpose. When your passion meets your purpose, then there is no stopping. There is no stopping. You just keep going, keep going. I might do more of this kind of trips. I don't know. It'll be easy enough to come from Virginia to Florida as often because it's a little further. You have to get a plane ticket, resort. So sometimes it can get expensive, but sometimes it's really, really worth it to have that change. To have that change in life, because when your bucket is full, first thing is you will be able to pour more into your kids if you have your kids, or even if you don't have your kids, your friends, your family, your co-worker. Overall you're going to live a happier life. So it is so important to fill our bucket, and to fill our bucket, it is usually with the intangible. It's with the intangible, because if you have seen my website or the things about the R.I.C.H quadrant, I talk about, again, the R.I.C.H is not the money rich. It's an acronym. R is the relationship, I is the ideal life, I'll come to that, and C is the career, and H is health. So the ideal life, which is about our deepest desires and dreams, right? That is what fills our soul. So in my case, it's about the travel and even the short trips that really, really fills my soul. So I can't say enough about it, because those intangibles are the ones that goes out the window when life gets stressful. If you have a busy job and you are busy, making plans for, for your kids' school, your work schedule, and everything else, this intangible goes out the window. And for a long time, by the time we realize the impact of those intangible, because that is one quadrant of your life, and those 4 quadrant works like a tire, 4 tires of a car. So imagine if you have a one flat tire and you're trying to pull the car, you probably will be able to, but it will get exhausting, and after some time the car is going to break down. And that is what happens with our life. So by that time you will know that one of the tires is flat now, it's going to be too late. It's going to be too late. And that is why you want to fill your bucket before it is fully dry. So whatever that is for you, there are so many ways to do it, right? You can take a trip with your friends if trip or travel is your thing. You can go take a solo trip. That is also going to fill your cup, because it's all about changing the scenery and taking it all in with our senses. And the community does the same thing, because you are experiencing, you are touching, you are smelling, you are looking at different objects, different colors, you are hearing the sound. So that is what changes us. That is what changes our mind, our brain, our soul, and that makes you whole. Because what happens is, throughout life, as the challenging situation happens, as stressful situation happens, our mind, think of it this way: if you get bumps and bruises, your body is not functioning well, right? So our mind also starts chipping. Our mind starts chipping. And as you do these things, it kind of feels your those chipped part, and it makes you whole. It literally makes you whole. And that whole version of you is going to be a happier version that is going to make you happy, and people around you are also going to feel that. They're also going to feel that. So I really, really do hope you guys do that too. I'm making several videos here on purpose to kind of show you the importance of filling your bucket, even the small ones, to keep going. If you have seen last year when I was filling my bucket, sorry about my tripod moving, I just wanted to do a little closer. So I did smaller trips last year. Trust me, I actually wanted to do a longer trip, like further away. I wanted to go to St. Thomas uh, with Alice in the summertime. But I'll be honest, I was not, I don't know, I didn't have the courage. I didn't have the courage to go there with her. Instead, I thought I couldn't manage by myself, to be honest, because before that, whenever we took a trip, the trip was with three of us. So I started with just a small trip. I think it was 3 or 4 nights, to a close by resort in Pennsylvania. So we drove from Virginia. I drove from Virginia to there, and that gave me a little bit of courage. I'm like, I can manage it. It was, the first night was a little difficult, but then it gave me courage. And then summertime, we did another trip also to a little resort in Pennsylvania. That gave me a little more courage. And then in December of last year, I hope my microphone is still working. Yeah, it is. In December of last year, we went to another resort. It's called Great Wolf Resort in Virginia. So that was, I think, that was, I think, 4 hours away from 4 hours away from where we live. So doing all of that gave me so much courage that now I was able to come to Florida. This is our first plane trip, Alice and I. And even though it don't mean anything to many people, but I know how much it means to me, like that, having that courage, because I did not have that last year. And that is what I'm telling you. If you're in the beginning of your divorce recovery phase, know that in time things change, things get better. You will have more courage to do the things that once you thought you couldn't. That's what happened to me. I thought I couldn't do many things that I can now. I don't know, next year or the year after, summertime, I think, we're thinking, Alice and I are going to go to Europe or Hawaii. And I think now I'll have a little more courage now that we flew here. It's in Florida. I know it's only 3 hours flight from Virginia to here, but I will have a little more courage to do that now that I know that, okay, I can manage the flight trip with her. Now there's a little bit of challenge that she wants to only play on the iPad instead of going to places when we are traveling. But I think over time we'll figure that out, how to navigate that. But it's that little things, where you will recognize that you are more courageous. You are able to do things that you thought once you couldn't do all by yourself. And doing everything by yourself, that doesn't mean that you have to stay single all your life. And if that is what you want, that is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people want to be with somebody else, and some people just want to stay single. That is okay too. Okay, I will.
Disappeared, so just.
Okay, I will text. The video is still running. Do you want to say hi to your besties, you said?
No.
Oh, she doesn't want to say hi to the besties. Okay, I'm going to go with her. Bye, guys. Take care.